Welcome to the QCS Talk Show 2022. Today we have Chris Time with us. Chris Time is a Chief Product Officer of Richardson Sales Performance. Chris is alumni of Columbia Business School. He has worked in companies like BBC, ESI, Korn Ferry, and now he's heading the entire suite of product development and product experience. Welcome, Chris, in QCS Talk Show 2022.
Hey, Pankaj, great to see you today.
Thank you, Chris, for joining your morning time from US. And in this fireside chat, I have a few questions which I'm going to ask you about the trends and what's going on in the B2B world. Since you have more than a decade experience and a rich experience working with Richardson, and Richardson is a market leader in a B2B sales competency. I want to ask you my first question. What are the trends which you are seeing in a B2B sales across the globe, Chris?
Yeah, it's a great question, Pankaj. You know, as we look out to 2022 and beyond, Richardson Sales Performance surveys customers, prospective customers, and listens to the market and trends in B2B selling. And we're seeing a couple of things right now as we start to come out of the pandemic phase and think about what selling is going to be like moving forward. You know, one of the things that's happened over the last, this was a trend going on before COVID, but it has just been accelerated through the COVID process, is the increased number of stakeholders that are involved to make a B2B purchasing decision. Sometimes that's because companies are bringing more procurement stakeholders into the process. Sometimes it's because people who used to make a decision on their own are now bringing in their superiors into the process. But in any case, what we are continuing to see an increase in the number of people that a seller has to manage through the B2B selling process. We're also seeing an increased demand by customers to demonstrate measurable impact on their business. I think, you know, whether that impact is expressed as ROI or return on investment, or there are other key business metrics that the customer is looking to satisfy. The role of a salesperson in understanding the customer's metrics and telling a value-based story to the customer about how they can help improve their metrics has never been more important. The third trend that I would highlight is that while we definitely see travel returning in sales, we think that there will still be a significant amount of B2B selling which remains virtual. And while sellers have been able to get by holding virtual meetings or doing telephone calls, you know, for some period of time, the digital skill set of a B2B seller is going to have to continue to evolve and improve as an increasing percentage of sales interactions stays in the virtual space. And then I'll just highlight one last trend that we're keeping an eye on, and that is an increased interest in large organizations in what's called ESG. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governmental factors. And as companies continue to embrace new environmental policies, social policies, and governmental policies, we see a real role for sellers to help uncover what those impacts are for their customers' business and help them solve a new set of problems that are critically important to large organizations today. So those are four trends that we see going into the new year.
Thank you, Chris.